Hello, this is Jim from the Early Birds. I've been promising a video for my personal strategy in the crypto builder. If you're not sure what that is, pop over to the Facebook group and have a look at the pinned post. But we're doing a team building there, and I want to share my strategy because I don't want people to be making a mistake. If they make a mistake, it's great for me, but it's not great for the member. And in the Early Birds, we like to play it fair. So I want to share my strategy. This is my own personal strategy. If you want to follow it, if you like it, go for it. There's plenty of strategies out there. So don't, this is not to say you've got to do this in the Early Birds. This is what I'm doing personally. Okay, so I'm going to share a couple of strategies. I've got a normal strategy and I've got a double down strategy. Me personally, I'm going for the double down. But I'll go through both strategies. So we'll start with the normal one. Okay. So the normal strategy, I'm basing this that you've joined via the Early Birds ad spot link, but this applies to any member. If you've got a friend who you've joined a friend, this same scenario applies. But on this particular instance, we're working on the basis that you're joining the Early Birds ad spot, but it applies just the same just to anybody. So, normal strategy, rinse and repeat. This is very effective. It works, and I use this system in all matrix type programs that I'm in. Okay, so the normal strategy, obviously you've joined, so you've signed up under the link from the Early Birds or your sponsor, whoever. And then that now makes this spot, once you've joined and you've paid your $20 admission for that particular spot, that then makes this you. Okay, then that's your matrix, just an example. So now that's you. So that spot's taken. I'll change the color of that. That looks a bit better. So that's you, and it's paid for, it's taken. Now the ideal strategy, the normal strategy, and I've been watching what's been going on in the Early Birds, and I see some members joining, and we'll get to how not to do it in the next part. But the first part, this is you, ideal situation. You go out and you promote your link, and you get 2 sign-ups, just an example. Okay, it's very important this. So you've joined, you paid for 1 position, and then you go out and you promote it. You get a couple of sign-ups. Okay, if you want to buy new positions, don't do it directly. That sounds counterproductive for the Early Birds, but it's not. We're really protecting your interests as well as the Early Birds team builder. Once you've got 2 sign-ups, then repurchase. If you want to buy extra positions in the system, then repurchase. Okay, so then this is you. I'll just change that color just because so this is you. You've got 2 sign-ups that paid. Okay, now if you want to repurchase a position in the system, in your from your initial spot, then you can buy 1, and it'll drop on your left, and it'll drop on your right. Now what that does, if you buy 1 here, get 2 sign-ups underneath you, whether it's spillover or directs, it's the same. You're then going to get work. These 2 are going to be working for you. Okay, underneath your line. And then what I personally do, the rinse and repeat scenarios, and again I do this for every single matrix type program. When you've got received money in your wallet, cash out wallet, your own BTC wallet, and normally you have 14 positions over here, and you receive a payment. What I always do is put money back in. and it's literally compounding. It's like going back to the rev share days. So when I've paid me $20 here, I promote it, build it up, I get a payment. The first payment is $60, and then I'll buy, me personally, I'll buy 2 more positions at that point, because these are all going to be full. You buy 2 more positions, and they're going to land randomly over here. So those 14 positions are then working for you. You've got all, actually 15 because you've got you as well, are all working, and the spillover effect is a power of 15. Okay, so, and then again, every time I get a payment, I buy a couple of more spots, and that's the rinse and repeat. So the strategy normal: buy 1 spot, get 2 people underneath you. If you want to buy extra spots, then is the time to do it on normal strategy. And again, you've got 2 people and yourself, so you've got a power of 3 helping you fill your lower positions from your new spotter. Okay, so again, if you buy in positions, I would right at the beginning on a normal scenario, the normal scenario, do not buy more than 2 positions. Okay, if you buy 2 positions, it'll take you to you know, you'll buy 1 here, just an example, and then this one will be you. So it would basically, these 2 spots you would have to fill yourself. So you know, you've signed up under your sponsor. You buy another spot. That's the maximum I would buy initially from that on a normal strategy, because this one is then working for you to fill up this section. But then because you've bought 2, it's because it's a team force matrix, it's going to drop in the nearest empty position, which in this case would be there. So that now that means you've got to fill those 2 positions yourself. Okay, so again, personally, I would say 1 position, sign up under your sponsor, buy 1 position, get 2 people underneath you. It doesn't matter again if they're directs or spillover, but you know, as long as it's not you, then repurchase and add more positions, and 1 will drop on the left, 1 will drop on the right. Okay, and again, the rinse and repeat. When you've received a payment of $60 or $80, whatever you receive, I tend to generally put half back in. And at this point, once you've received a payment, just again, I'll just repeat it just so people understand what I'm saying. Once you've received a payment, all of these spots are going to be full. Okay, so they're all full, and you've got with you 15 people helping to fill this level. Okay, and then you buy. Example, you receive $60. Me personally, I would put another couple of spots. 1 would drop over. I just want to get this in. 1 would drop over there, left and right. So it's you've got a team above you to help you. Okay. Now the next scenario is not what to do, and I've seen a couple of people do this, and it's very, very counterproductive. Again, I personally, it's great for everybody. Excuse me, everybody upstairs above you, but it's not good for you. I've seen a lot of people that go out. Not everybody's buying 10 spots. That's an exaggeration, but we'll just in this scenario we'll say 10 spots. In your back office, you can purchase, when you're buying a position, you can purchase 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10 spots. Highly recommend not to do that, and I'm going to explain why. So this is you've joined $20, you've paid your $20, and then you buy, let's just say you buy 10 spots. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I just presume they're going left to right. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6. 1 would drop there, just an example, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so you've just joined and you've gone straight in and you've bought 10 spots. Because remember, it's a team force matrix. Those 10 people go under you to the nearest empty spot. So that would, would fill your first 2 levels. Fantastic. But now you've just made yourself. You have to fill 4 spots over here, 2 there, and 2 there, and you have to fill 4 spots over there, 2 there, and 2 there. So now you have to fill. You're responsible for those, unless you're waiting for spillover, which can happen, but that's not. We'll go on the scenario of that. You're a worker. You then have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 directs to fill those positions. So it's very, very. If you're a good sponsor, no problem, go for it. But in general, I would say you use the power of 2, and you want to be working on the power of 2. If you know you can sponsor 8 people direct, no problem at all, go for it. But it's actually more than that, because you've got 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got 4 people to fill over here. You've got 4 people on your right. You've got these positions here. So you've got this one over here is 2. So this one you've got 10 spots. 12 spots to fill directs. So by you jumping in the gun and buying 10 spots straight off, you've just inherited the problem. You have to then find 12 directs. And then all of these spots, the workload to fill this line and this line and this line, the workload is really heavy on you. Okay, so that's definitely a strategy I wouldn't recommend. Again, everyone has their own opinions. This is my personal opinion. Okay, so alarm bells, I would never do that. Okay, now the second scenario, and this is for people like myself who are adventurous and who want to move on. The first scenario works 100%. Rinse and repeat. Always put back in, or put back in, put back in. But the second strategy, and this is the one I'm doing. I always like to be transparent. I double down. Okay, and if you've watched the intro video on the splash page, you'll understand what I mean about doubling down. So again, we'll use this scenario. You've joined the Early Birds ad spot, and I'm going to put some links. Below this video, I'll put 3 links. This is for anybody who's joining the Early Birds. You've got the Early Birds ad spot, and I'll put a link for that. And then I'm going to put another 2 links underneath the video, left and a right. If you want to do the double down system, if you want to go for the double down. Anybody who's already in the Early Birds, who's already joined, and they want to know if they want to go for this system, give us a PM, and I'll find you in this system. We've got literally, I think we're on level 9 or something now, but I'll find you. If you give us a username, I'll search my back office and I'll find you. So because if you're already in here, you could be on the left or you could be on the right. So if you want to use this strategy, what I'm using, you'll need to know, and then you can join the other side, if you know what I mean. So this is again, this is not an official crypto builder system. This is just Jim's system, and it works for me. But again, I like to use this because it's you can advance, both sides of the fence, should we say. And again, you'll understand if you watch the intro video on the splash page. This line down the middle. Say you join the ad spot. You could land on the left or the right. So let's just say you land on the left. Whatever happens on the right, it's got nothing to do with you. It's only that bit is your matrix now. If you land on the right, same scenario, you could land on the right. Whatever happens on the left, it's got nothing to do with you. So this is something I do. I join both. So I'll join one on the left and one on the right. And to do that, like I said, I'll put 2 links, or 3 links, the early bird ad spot link, which is great. And then I'll put the 2 links for the left and the right side. So you can choose strategy A, the normal, join the early birds ad spot. Strategy B, join the left link, and the second account, join the right link. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing you there. And then that makes you, once you've joined from the left and the right link, that makes these 2 spots you. You've got one there and you've got one there. But again, word of caution, once you've got 2 different accounts, you can make 2 different accounts in the system, no problem. Different email addresses, different usernames and what have you. You still need one direct. To qualify for payments, you need one direct here, yourself. It could be landing there, it could be down here somewhere, but you still need one personal direct. Wherever that direct lands, who knows? But as long as you've got one direct in your back office, this qualified for a withdrawal. In the same scenario here, you could get spillover, just an example, from above, and again, and then your direct could land there. But it's no problem as long as you've got one direct in your back office. So if you're doubling down, you need to be sure that once you've promoted your left affiliate link and you've got your direct, then stop promoting that one and promote your right. Just an example. Just make sure you have one direct in each account, and then that covers it. And then basically it's the same strategy as the normal. Join one account if you want to go multiple. So you've joined, just an example, you've joined your sponsor, and in this case it's the early birds, and you've gone to the left or the right. If you're not sure, ask your sponsor for the second link, and he or she will give you one of these referral links in his matrix. And then again, don't buy more than 2. So you bought the first one on the left, you could buy a second one. I would strongly suggest initially don't buy more than 2. Get this filled up by somebody else, just an example, and then get this one filled up by somebody else. So that's the 2 on the left and 2 on the right is the maximum I would go for initially. As time goes by, just again, same scenario, these are getting filled up by your sponsor. In this case, the early birds ad spots is promoting. You're promoting left and right. These people are promoting. So you've got at that stage here, you have 2, 4, 6, 7 people working to fill that row. Okay, 3.5 on the right and 3.5 on the left. You'll receive a payment, and then it's time, like I said, rinse and repeat. Once you've got cash in your wallet, buy some more spots. So when that occurs and you've got a payment in your wallet, you say, okay, now I'm going to put some extra back in. You buy a spot on your left. Remember, you've got 2 referral links there. You might buy a spot on your left, and you might buy a spot on your right. And again, at that stage, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 referral links, all working to fill that row. And as you get money coming in, don't put it all back in. That would be daft. But at least, me personally, I put half, because it's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And the way I do it, and I do it in other systems, and it's lots of small payments. And would you rather have lots of small payments or wait forever for a huge payment? Lots of pennies make pounds, rivers make streams. I always say that. So choose your strategy carefully. And like I said, for the early birds who are already in the system now, just you could have joined by, or, just an example, John Smith could have sponsored it, but you already know you're in the Early Birds team funnel. Just give us a shout with your username, a PM, and I'll search it, and then I'll give you the left or the right link if you want to double down. Okay, I hope this video makes sense, and if you've got any questions, just give us a shout. Okay, thanks for. I hope, like I said, I hope it was informative. Thanks for watching.